Hi all, welcome back to my channel and our traveling adventures. After kayaking around the Ponce Inlet, which hopefully you watched that video, we decided to visit the lighthouse grounds and take the winding 203 steps up to the top of the Ponce Inlet Lighthouse to check out the view. I hope you'll join us on this adventure, and lucky for you, you can avoid taking the stairs, since we've taken them for you. The Ponce de Leon Inlet Lighthouse is a lighthouse and museum located at Ponce de Leon Inlet in Central Florida. At 175 feet in height, it is the tallest lighthouse in the state of Florida and one of the tallest in the United States. Hours of operation at the time of this video are from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. with last admission at 5 p.m. Admission is $6.95 for adults and $1.95 for children 11 and under. Be sure to check out the website for any changes. The lighthouse is open longer during the summer months. The first exhibit we saw were examples of some of the Cuban refugee rafts. Between 1966 and 1995, anyone who fled Cuba and reached the U.S. was allowed to pursue residency 1 year after their arrival. Many Cubans used rafts like these examples and hoped that they might be picked up in international waters and brought back to the United States. With little or no money, many Cubans have risked their lives by floating on these type of man-made rafts to Florida. It is approximately 90 miles between Cuba and Florida. This exhibit changes as new makeshift rafts are found washed along the Florida shore. A job as a lighthouse keeper was a very desirable position to hold. In exchange for their hard work in isolated locations, the position provided steady pay and a place to live for the keeper and his family. Ponce de Leon Lighthouse began its operations with 3 keepers, but in 1933 it was reduced down to 2 keepers. This building housed the second assistant keeper and his family. From 1954 to 1972, this building also served as the first town hall for the town of Ponce Inlet. The second assistant's home now provides exhibit spaces devoted to the principal keepers and their lives, artifacts unearthed from the historic grounds, lighthouse service history, local history including the life in the village of Ponce Park, which eventually became the town of Ponce Inlet, and items reflecting the lives of the children who lived at this station. The next building we looked at was the home of the first assistant keeper's dwelling. The doors were replaced with plexiglass so that visitors could peer into the home and see how it was furnished to give a realistic feel of how a lighthouse family lived at the turn of the 20th century. This house had 2 bedrooms, a living room, and a kitchen. Next, we checked out the principal keeper's dwelling. His house was the largest of the 3 homes. There are 2 front doors. The door to the left opens up to the family's living room, and the one to the right opens into the parlor, a place where the keeper could welcome visitors and conduct station business. Inside the principal keeper's dwelling, you will find exhibits that tell various aspects of the light station's story. We visited last December, and some of the exhibits were closed due to the pandemic. However, it is still a great experience, and there was lots to see. The principal keeper dwelling served more than just a home. In 1939, the Coast Guard took over the lighthouse service. During World War II, the Navy took control of the Coast Guard, and families were moved off of the station. The building became a barracks for Coast Guardsmen who were there to receive training, stand watch in the tower, and man the lighthouse beacon. Indoor plumbing was added to this home and the other two homes in 1921. Before the bathroom additions, families had to walk outside and use the family privy or use chamber pots at night. Before climbing the stairs of the lighthouse, we would first visit one last exhibit, which was the Lens Exhibit Building. This building, constructed in 1995, displays a large collection of various Fresnel lenses, such as the Cape Canaveral rotating first-order lens. The Canaveral lens was damaged from early rocket launches, but since has been restored and now dominates the first floor of the Lens Exhibit Building. Oh, that was bright. And now for the main attraction. Constructed in 1887, the Ponce de Leon Inlet Lighthouse has guided mariners along the Florida coast for more than 130 years. The lighthouse was declared a National Historic Landmark in 1998. The Ponce Inlet Lighthouse contains more than 1,250,000 bricks. The lighthouse's walls are 8 feet thick at the bottom and 2 feet thick on top. It is the second tallest brick lighthouse in the United States. The lighthouse isn't an easy climb. With 203 steps, you're going to get a workout. Proper shoe wear is a must. There are signs prohibiting flip-flops or heels higher than 1.5 inches in height. There are windows along the way to give you a view of the outside. In the summer months, the lighthouse can be very hot, so you'll want to hydrate before you climb. Fortunately for us, it was December and a fairly cool day. As you reach the top of the lighthouse, you are rewarded with a spectacular view, and on a clear day, you can see almost 20 miles. Fortunately for us, we had the lighthouse all to ourselves. Looking down on the ground is not recommended for those with a fear of heights. While we were up on top of the lighthouse, we did get to see more dolphin out on the water, which was a unique place to watch them from. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed our trip to the Ponce de Leon Inlet Lighthouse. If you did, please let me know by clicking that like button. If you're new to this channel, consider supporting Team Kayak 7 Seas by subscribing to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when my next video is released. You can also follow Kayak 7 Seas on Facebook and Instagram. Drop a comment and let me know some interesting places we should visit.